It snowed today here in northeast Indiana in April. Climate change, it's an observable fact of reality. But what the internationalist left doesn't want you to realize is it's not the fault of Western civilization. It's part of a natural cycle. The reason the Mayan calendar ended with the year 2012 is because that was the calendar for the age of Pisces, which is the cosmic equivalent to the month of December. Since 2012, we entered into the age of Aquarius, which is the cosmic equivalent to the month of January. It's not magic or mysticism, it's science. If you take all the neo-pagan malarkey out of it, don't get too hung up on celestial nomenclature. It's not astrology, it's astronomy.
Sorry about luck.
I appreciate you saying that.
If it makes you feel it better. Jack killed my dog a lot slower than his brother.
Could be worse.
In other words, don't apply a Fern Gully perspective or a Captain Planet Ted Turner perspective. Instead, apply a Ted Nugent perspective. Ted Nugent is a conservationist. I don't know what his view is on the nature of the cosmos. The nature of the cosmos, but really, whatever mentality you apply to the Earth, you should also apply to the cosmos, because, well, if you divorce them from each other, then you're not looking at things with a proper perspective, a big picture perspective. Don't neglect the small details, but also don't neglect the big picture. They're all part of glorious and fascinating tapestry.
Let me know if anything catches your eye. Lovely! You're my millionth customer! Don't let it go to your head. Goodbye, friend.
I'll go ahead and collect some amalgamate parts. Well, I don't need to go there for rack parts. There are rack there, but I can get some more quickly go fast if I go to here. Haven't been here in a while. That's almost a perfectly parted blue Teddy shotgun. Aside from it having a Jacobs stockless pistol grip, which in terms of stats would actually be an improvement. An improvement over it having Meteor stock. Potentially, anyway. I know they typically say the more matching parts, the better, but that's subjective. Aftermarket combinations of parts offer more versatility.
You can never be too well armed. They're well bred. They're the bad guys that do it, huh?
Jump. Too bad I missed that. That might have been awesome. Rack finished off Skag. That's at least 3.
Take that, you stupid wreck. Try dropping a deuce on my outrunner now.
That takes me back. Remember when we had to clean the rack dung off that windmill in Borderlands 1? Let's see, I know this will be like a level 30-something Bullymong if it shows up. Yeah, it's not showing up. I'd still like to see how this blue 48 double tap does against a selection of different enemies that are level appropriate. Give me just one more rack. Otherwise I'll have to go back to Three Horns Divide. I guess I'll do that anyway. Nothing else interesting to do here. Logan's gun. With a pig sticker.
Guns! I got them, you need them. Tell your friends.
Just out of curiosity.
Good luck.
I'll patch you up whenever you need it. Gotta get somewhere in a hurry? We'll catch a ride!
Para sniper rifle. Double taps work great with the B or any amp shield. Farouk, what? I still say I prefer the double tap over the Farouk. Of course, we'd most likely be comparing a purple double tap.
Take that, you stupid wreck. Try dropping a deuce on my outrunner now.
Feeling overburdened by money. Pleasure doing business. Don't have too much
See that difference in price? Back in Sanctuary, grenades were 5 figures for 3 of them. Let me take a swig of my Surge here. The taste of the 90s. Tastes like 1997, as John Flickster would say. He's from Indiana. I forget where he lives now, but he used to live in Fort Wayne, Indiana, which is where I used to live. I went to college there. I was born there. Lived there for a time. Went to college there. I remember when I first started watching the Flick Pick, or I forget what his, John Flickinger, aka John Flickster, his original first channel was called, but he would sometimes do videos while he was driving, and he would talk about movies and stuff. And I remember thinking when I first started watching those videos that the background looked familiar. And lo and behold, that's because it was Fort Wayne, Indiana. Small world. It's a small world after all. I think this is a doll scope. Yeah, even though I'm not expecting to find anything of use here, I still have to scavenge and scrounge everything. Once a zoner, always a zoner. Once a stalker, always a stalker. Nimble little minx. See you dodged that.
Man, those skags have no idea what I got planned for them. It's pretty much gonna be off the chain.
Off the chain? Don't you mean off the hook? It looks like a scrambled texture.
You can always trust the gun at your side.
Feral. That means it has the accessory that increases damage while decreasing accuracy. Which is kind of okay on the double tap, because the double tap is like the closest thing there is to a dull shotgun in Borderlands 2. Even with the feral accessory, which I guess if you think of it as a hybrid between a rifle and a shotgun, then it still has an accuracy rating in the 70s, which by shotgun standards is excellent. By rifle standards, not so excellent.
Farewell, friend. If you got the money, I'll save your goddamn life.
Chitinous turtle shield.
I'm legally obligated to
Chitin implies
real doctor.
strong armor. Literally organic armor. But in this case, it's being used as a colloquialism.
Hey, why are you giving me all these bloody body limbs that I in no way asked for? Please take these $100 bills as a sign of my disgust. So, yeah, funny story. Those projects I was working on, they're kind of, loose. Do me a solid and get rid of them, would you? You know, if you really think about it, this is kind of your fault.
Just like Ned.
Welcome, customer. Tell your friends, Marcus Munitions.
Amalgamates gone wild. Don't like TDR grips on dull machine pistols because they don't benefit from TDR grips. They already have fast reload speed, so all it does is reduce.
Welcome to the Iridium Bite. Before Hyperion, this place was, well, still a crap hole, but it wasn't this bad.
Let's just get this out of the way. Yes, most of my merchandise was ripped from the hands of dead adventurers. Stay alive out there.
I'll come back to that later. And no, I'm not going to kill myself just to get money from Jack. He calls you a sellout if you do that.
Incoming! Sentry gun primed!
Let's see. I think I should use fire. Should I mix that with slag? Or just see how plain old fire does. Nothing to scrounge.
It's a fine day, full of opportunity. A pleasure as always.
Quit moving without my say-so. That needs to end. That needs to stop. No more of that. In Borderlands 3, No more of the game trying to make
Nothing like
decisions
a
for the
tour.
player.
So much fun.
The player doesn't need that. I need this, and maybe also this. I could mix it up too. Like I could slag them and see how the double tap does. Yeah, let's do that. Why can't you dodge that? That pseudo-stomp attack that they do. Frag Stealer. That should be more dodgeable. There. What's so special about these things that they should be quite so tough?
High quality, low prices, and no questions asked. Try me out, M4. They'd help you kill many in your life, and if you drop anywhere else, I'm your
Pick it up. Alright, so Demons shrug off explosive damage. You'd think, given their name, they'd have resistance to fire. Plus the fact that they use fire as an attack. Level 45, a green 45. Don't insult me.
Hi, this here Scooter.
When you think murder, think Marcus Munitions.
And a white 48.
Caveat emptor. Pleasure doing business. May it keep you safe. Remember, we're always open.
While I'm here, this would be a worthwhile crate to check out, the one that's down there. I'm expecting very tough bully mom. Caution. No fall damage, therefore no caution. Infested grotto. That reminds me of the original Quake. There was a level called the Grizzly Grotto. So difficult with the dodging.
Throwing masher!
No, 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 no! You see how close that was?
Hi, this is Scooter. Catch a ride. Hit the gas and tear some ass.
Should have bought some grenades. I want what's in that crate. It'll probably turn out to be something lame and pointless and a waste of time. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. But curiosity drives me. Now let's see if I can lead them over here. If the game will let me dodge their attacks. They can take me down with one hit. See? Can't climb fast enough. This doesn't do any good. So you can't use any defensive techniques against them. Damn it! Oh, this game! All I wanted to do was hop up on that fence. Just let me do what I want. And quit trying to make decisions for me. Maybe this isn't even worth the effort. If such an ordinary enemy can kill me so quickly, and I can't dodge its attacks. See, that's the problem. That's the problem with games nowadays. Just like in Stalker, Call of Pripyat, and Clear Sky. Now watch, I bet they're gone. Now I have to go back down there with equipment that doesn't do any good, neither offense nor defense. What the hell should I use? What would actually work? Maybe a mix of slag and fire? Yep, slag and fire.
See you, bro!
I'm still kind of sick, which makes me prone to getting salty when things don't go my way. I like it when a plan comes together. Only interested in blue or better Jakes at this point. And it was pretty much a waste of time coming down here, as predicted. I bet after I sell these, I won't even have regained the amount of money I lost from that respawn. Or maybe only just barely. I might recover just that much.
You won't find better merchandise anywhere else. I made sure of that.
See, I could get some use out of this against those bully mongs if it wasn't rubberized. It even has a fuse time of 0. As predicted, I didn't even recover what I lost.
I'm sure we'll be doing this again soon enough. Feeling overburdened by money? Tell your friend, Marcus Munitions.
Maybe I should have kept that incendiary rat-a-tatter. That would actually be ideal against bullymons. Your shots are too slow. Spy Hunter. That takes me back. Did you ever play that game? Classic arcade game. I think I played the NES version. Can I get some green 50s? Green 48, I'll take that. I mean, I'm still going to sell that particular thing. And that one too. And here I end up with a blue, and it's a TDOR rocket launcher. Something I don't use. I would if I was doing a TDOR Allegiance run, which I keep saying I probably won't. Typically for a normal run, I only use, I know I've mentioned this before too, TDOR SMGs. I forget if I can even get to the Scrack at this point. I seem to recall there being...
Intruders detected. Locking path to info stockade.
Yeah.
Damn it! Jack doesn't want us to get close to Rick, got a plan to get to the stockade? Blow stuff up, that's my plan. Vault Hunter, get the Sawtooth Cauldron. My boys can blast open the path to the info stockade, but they'll need some better firepower. You're gonna steal some explosives for them.
I couldn't tell what that was. I can only tell that it had a white marking. Oh, idea. Vehicular weapon idea for Borderlands 3. A flamethrower. I might or might not do these. Nobody likes this rifle that you get. Well, some do. I just... it's not the fact that it talks to you and is annoying. that bothers me. It doesn't really bother me. It's just what am I trying to say? That looks like it's Sawtooth Cauldron or bust. Well, shucks. Lost my train of thought. Remember when Sam Elliott says that in The Big Lebowski? Where's that turret? Get out, get out, get out! Take forever, why don't you? Jeez. I thought more of the vehicle's health would have recovered by that point. Oh, but no!
I'm ready for more! Bring it on!
Come on. Let's just get this over and done with, shall we? Should have just gone back the way I came. I actually can't see what I'm looking at.
Meet my lady friend!
See what I mean? How dark that is? Thanks to the glare on my screen. I don't feel like resituating everything. It's a good thing I have a Snyder. Well, it wouldn't necessarily have to be a Snyder. Have you ever zerked with a pair of matching Snyders? Move! Quit getting stuck on the scenery. Now watch. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I was in the air when it contacted the ground and it didn't touch me directly. Still took out my shield and took my health all the way down. Almost. Almost all the way down. Just like pseudo-giants in Call of Pripyat and Clear Sky. They hit this. Shadow of Chernobyl had it right. You could dodge pseudo-stomps with a well-timed jump. Now, takes forever to get anything done. It's not doing anything. Now I'm stuck. Did that reload? Yeah, it did. So tiresome. I'm going to burn through all my sniper ammo setting these things on fire. Let me take a bite of my hero. Why did I sell that rat-a-tatter? Well, even that probably wouldn't be adequate. I need a volcano. That's the absolute best tool for this job. Let's see how this thing's parted. Vlad, Torg, Bandit Scope. Now let me take a swig of my surge here. And I'll get back into it. Oh, that's good. Waste half my ammo on one bully monk. Even though all my gear is appropriately leveled. See, does the idea that a demon should be immune to fire but susceptible to certain other elements, does that just make too much sense or what? I know the Borderlands games don't like it when things make too much sense. Wasted all my sniper ammo on a handful of bully monks. And all I want to do is get back to where I was. Most people would just exit back to this main menu and go back in, but that spoils the immersion for me. Yeah, I guess from this point onward, I'm going to need blue or better everything. Here I'm using greens that were adequate against appropriately leveled enemies. And here I'm in a region that I guess I'm fighting level 50 enemies, but still getting gear that's like 2 levels below, which on normal mode would be fine, but on TVHM, and even earlier, you'll notice this is when this starts to occur. Toward the latter third of TVHM. Everything has to fall within a very specific purview of, what's the word, adequacy? Obviously, I'm going for crouching tiger hidden assault rifle. I'm going to need some more consistently reliable elemental weapons. Great. Okay, screw it. Getting bored. Blue label route. Torgstock Jacob's Crypt. Getting bored fighting the same enemies over and over again and getting nowhere when what I'm trying to do is very simple.
Welcome to my humble shop. A pleasure as always. Lovely. May it keep you safe in your travels.
You know, I shouldn't be buying ammo here. Look what I've done. I've already gone down below 2 million. I should have gone back to like 3 horns divide. A gub. I hate it. I hate the gub. Bandit pistol built from all bandit parts, topped off with a TDOR scope. It always seems to have a TDOR scope. But it doesn't need any kind of scope whatsoever. It's not accurate enough to warrant a scope. So why does it have one?
Sorry about bugging.
I appreciate you saying that.
If it makes you feel it. Can't kill my dog a lot slower.
Can't hold a candle to the pestilent defiler.
Guns! I got them. You need them. Let me know if anything catches your eye.
Here's this thing again.
Good luck. Feeling overburdened by money?
Does that happen to anyone else, or is it just me?
Get you a new edition of this just in. Now with 200% more reliable.
Even without a vest, he's still wearing Malawan colors. My favorite color scheme.
It's a fine day, full of opportunity.
Well, I recovered.
Don't die, I need to.
Nothing interesting. Never anything interesting.
You earned it. That's what I'm talking about.
Now, why does that work when I do that right there, but not that one time when he was over there? I forgot to take these out of here, using one of my other characters. Checking to see if Mike is in here. Now, let me check something for just a moment. I say that a lot, don't I? Now I'll gamble a bit. Not asking for a legendary, just something I can use. That's better than what I've got.
Who needs a medical license when you got style?
Nisha in the pre-sequel can get good use out of a long rider. Even if it's a single shot long rider, she can add another 3 rounds to it. I forget what that skill is called. This. Maybe that's what I need. I keep saying I'll get some use out of this in honor of Roland, but I've got that blue double tap, which pretty much outmodes this. Should get some use out of this too. But that fuse time. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I'll do that for a while. Fire. That'll be my fire weapon. So I won't need this. And I can go ahead and sell this Raquel. I don't know if I want to.
You can never be too well armed.
Oh. Why did they have to put a scope on it? This would be so perfect, so primo. Holds 3, which technically means it actually holds 4. That means it fires like it fires 2 separate shots. But the scope ruins it. Why do you do this to me? Well, Raquel served me well.
Don't get killed.
God damn it.
Welcome to Doctor's Inn.
Did I check all the... I think I did.
Guns.
Yeah.
You need them.
I remember those junkers being in that shop. I must have skipped past this shop and a shop without checking it. Oh, man. This needs to end. I know I say this all the time, but I'm going to keep saying it until they stop doing this stupid shit. No more scopes on shotguns. Also, just because it's a ledge or a perk does not mean it should be obligatory for it to have some optical attachment. It doesn't always need that. That's not always favorable. Sometimes iron sights are all you need. And iron sights should always, must always line up perfectly. I'm going to call it for this episode. Because I'm hungry and I need more than a snack. I need to chew on some real food. So, catch you on the flip side and see you next mission, slabs.